Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. Well, today, of course, we are going to be talking about pretty much the end of Xbox as we know it. Now, I was on social media having fun. I posted, a couple of clips. I actually did a montage. And if you guys stay to the end, I'll let you guys see that in its entirety. I made it for X, so it's nothing crazy. It's just a little thing that I found funny. So if you stay to the end of the video, you'll be able to see that. But anyways, today I really want to talk about Xbox, and I just got to be honest with you guys. It is kind of a surreal moment for me because 25 years ago, I believe it was 2001, November 15th, I lined up and I got my Xbox console, and it was a midnight launch. And back then, that's when we did midnight launches for consoles. And it was such a fantastic feeling. The Xbox at that time, it had really good graphics. It actually had better graphics than the systems that were out. It just wasn't established. What was this Xbox console? What were the franchises on this Xbox console? At that time, we knew about PlayStation, we knew about Sega, we knew about Nintendo. We didn't know anything about Xbox. But I took the plunge and I went in and I got my first Xbox, and I was ecstatic with it. I believe one of my favorite games on there, and if you know anything about me, the wrestling games are like my favorite games. It was a wrestling game. I can't remember the name. I'll try to put it up on the screen right now, but the graphics were really good. Now, the gameplay wasn't quite there. It wasn't like SmackDown versus Raw. It wasn't like the Ukes game, but the graphics were really good, and it was decent. It was a pretty decent game, and back then, I never seen anything that looked so realistic. So for me, I was immersed on the graphics, and I kind of overlooked the gameplay a little bit, but like I said, it wasn't terrible gameplay. Anyways, after that, of course, came Halo and all the other games. It was good. Then we got the Xbox 360, and that was insane. What a time to be an Xbox gamer. PlayStation had launched the, I believe it was the PlayStation 3 at the time, and it was very big, and it offered Blu-ray capability playback, and they launched it as a Blu-ray player. Now, it was the best Blu-ray player that you could get, but it was very expensive, especially for a console. So at that time, a lot of people opted to get the Xbox 360. Now, it was a great generation with hosts of games, and if you're a true Xbox fan, you know what I'm talking about. Now, of course, we had the red Ring of Death, and many of us from that generation, we had to wrap in a towel, let it sit for like half an hour on for it to kind of weld itself back together, and then we were up in gaming again. And of course, Microsoft, they did so many warranty repairs on that. So I don't know many Xbox 360 owners that didn't have a red Ring of Death. Most of us did get it, but that didn't stop us from enjoying that generation, and it didn't stop the sales because Microsoft, Xbox, that really put them on the map. The Xbox 360, they were ahead of the PlayStation 3. Now, after the generation ended, I think PlayStation continued on with that console, and I believe they caught up to the Xbox 360, but nonetheless, it was a glorious generation. Then after that, we got the Xbox One, and what a disaster of a launch with the Kinect. I still supported it. In fact, I actually like the Kinect. I like the functionality with the TV, being able to tell my TV to turn on, turn off. I thought it was ahead of its time. Now, a lot of people didn't like that it was forced on them. And of course, that system was very expensive. And I believe also they were going to do this online check-in, similar to what we have now for most of our games. You have to have online to play a lot of the games that we have in modern day. But at that time, it was too much of a novel idea and gamers rejected it. And that really hurt the launch of the Xbox One. Now, PlayStation, they came out and they said, this is how we share games. And that was pretty much it. They ran away with that generation. And of course, that led us to this generation with the Xbox Series S and the Series X against the PlayStation 5. The Xbox Series X touted the better specifications over the PlayStation 5. But in reality, the PlayStation 5 was outperforming it or on par with the Xbox Series X console. And they had much more appealing exclusives than Microsoft, or I should say Xbox. Now, fast forward to current day, Xbox is putting all of their games onto the PlayStation, and they're putting the flagship title, the Halo title, so to speak, Halo is going onto the PlayStation 5. It's the remake of the original, and it's going day one to the PlayStation 5. So we have all of the games, the major games, Halo, Gears, Forza. They're all on the PlayStation 5. Indiana Jones this year was on the PlayStation 5. All of the games on Xbox, if their flagship titles are on the PlayStation, all of the games are going to come to the PlayStation. So pretty much that's it. The console war is over. And we kind of seen this coming for quite some time because I've been on this tirade for about a year. I jumped off of the crazy bus. I came to my senses that Xbox didn't care about its core gamers anymore and that they were transitioning over to PC. It was clear as day. Now, when the ROG Ally came out, I made my remarks. This is not an Xbox, and I stand by that. It's not an Xbox. I don't care what people want to call it. It is a handheld PC that has an Xbox app, which has UI integration into the handheld PC to give you a console-like experience in a handheld PC form factor. But the core, it's a PC. And the next generation console is also going to be a PC. Now, we have some details, and I'm going to go through those details today. This is going to be kind of a longer video because, honestly, I believe it deserves to be a longer video because, like I said, I've put like 25 years into the Xbox brand. And yes, I troll a lot of gamers on X, and sometimes I troll them in the comment section. But at the core, I'm upset about this because I wanted Xbox, I believed in Xbox, and I wanted them to be a leader in the industry. And the Xbox 360 era gave us a glimpse at that. And ever since then, they've just blown it. And, here we are now. And I've spoken out about this for a long time. Now, when I kind of woke up, this upset a lot of Xbox content creators, a lot of Xbox fans. But I just have to always call it like it is. And I knew that they just didn't care about the core gamer anymore. And I pretty much knew that this was the end of the console. And these games coming over to the PlayStation 5 solidifies that. That is the end of the Xbox era. Now, if we go on X, we see a lot of people. And you know what? I got to be honest here. There's some people, the damage control and the coping is just insane. And then there's other guys like Kid Smooth. I'm going to give him some credit here. Kid Smooth, you know what? I'm going to let him speak for himself on this clip.
Forza is over there. Gears is over there. Halo was obviously next. And but for me, it's like, okay. You kill my platform of choice, you kill my brand. Well, I'm gonna go down with the ship, but I ain't supporting this hobby. I'm not supporting it in the way you guys want me to support it. I ain't buying no damn games. Social media, Microsoft, Amy Hood, Satya, Alien, AI, Nadella. That's it. Going down with ship. I am retiring. So I don't know what this means for my channel, my online presence, what it does for videos moving forward, what hobbies I might pick up. But pretty much at the end, this whole Xbot phase is completely over. I have retired. I'm done.
Now that's pretty sad, man, because Kid Smooth is a huge Xbox fan. And you know what? I clown him sometimes on social media, but I don't got anything against him. In all honesty, I feel his pain because I was there, but I was there like a year ago. These guys are just finally waking up now, and they're seeing the reality with Halo going over to the PlayStation 5. And there's like a whole circuit of Xbox content creators that are actually damage controlling it. Like, they're still in denial. That's why I respect Kid Smooth. He got smacked in the face. The reality hit him, and he said, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with it. I don't support this. I'm not going to be like you guys out there that accept everything. This is not what I signed up for. This is not the Xbox I know, and I respect him for that. Even GameStop. Now, GameStop was clowning them. Now, they released a statement on their X site, and they said, whereas for the past 2 decades, the global gaming community has been engaged in an ongoing, increasingly petty conflict known as the console wars, whereas said conflict originated in the early 2000s with the release of Halo Combat Evolved as an Xbox exclusive title, whereas Halo Campaign Evolved is officially coming on the PlayStation in 2026 with cross-play, or say cross-platform play. Therefore, GameStop, acting in its authority as a neutral entity and the world's retailing, gaming, and trade and destination, hereby declares the official cessation of the console wars. All claims to exclusivity are hereby dissolved. Console loyalists are instructed to ease the hostilities, disband militias, and enjoy the new era of gaming. GameStop will continue to operate as a demonetized zone, offering hardware, accessories, and trade-ins to combat all sides. Power to the players. Now, it's just funny. I'm sorry. I know a lot of Xbox guys are upset about that, but it's just funny. And it's so funny that even the White House, like what is the timeline that we are living in that the White House actually tweets out about this? Let me find this here. I gotta find it. Here we go. Power to the players. Like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Now, anybody that tells you that the console wars was not a big thing and, we're all being childish, the console wars was a huge thing. This has been going on from like 2001 with the original launch of the Xbox console. We are now in 2025. That's over 2 decades. This is a big deal. And when you have the White House tweeting out about it, you know that it's a big deal. A lot of content creators, they're feeling the pinch. Some other content creators, they are starting to make PlayStation content. It's just unbelievable. And then you have the guys like me that have been sounding the alarm for so long. I got so much crap from Xbox gamers when I was right. Now, the big question is, what does this mean for the Xbox brand going forward? What is an Xbox? Because the ROG Ally, if it's anything to show us what the future of Xbox holds, it is PC. Now, the ROG Ally, it is a PC through and through. The only difference is that it has an Xbox app on there where you can just boot into your games, but you still have the full Windows functionality. Now, I will say I do like this edition. I think there's things that they can improve on, but I think it's a good start. But at the same time, that doesn't make it an Xbox console. That makes it a PC that is giving you an Xbox UI. So it's giving you an Xbox-like experience. But it is not playing your games natively, at least your Xbox games that you have on the 360, that you have on the Xbox One. And that's where the next generation console is going to differ from the ROG Ally. Now, I'm not going to say that the next generation Xbox is not going to be an Xbox console. It's not going to be a true Xbox console in the sense that we know it to be, but at the same time, it's going to be playing Xbox games from your catalog. So it's going to be an Xbox because it's playing your Xbox games. I'm not talking about just your Xbox PC games. I'm also talking about your backwards compatible titles. Your games from the 360, the games from your Xbox One. It will be able to play that, and it'll also have access to the full Steam storefront and all the other storefronts that are on PC. You're going to have access to it on the next Xbox console. Now, that's going to be a hybrid. And in all honesty, if they're smart, they should just name it Xbox PC. Now, this Xbox PC is simply designed to bring over the console players to the PC, because they can't just bring console players to PC like that. It's just not going to work. Now, I don't think this approach is going to work in the long run. Like, I think some Xbox fans are going to buy it. I think some PC guys are going to buy it. I don't know. Maybe they make it very compelling and it sells well. Perhaps. But one thing is certain, that they are transitioning to fully being on the PC. So in my honest opinion, I believe that this next Xbox console is going to be their last console. I think it's a way to kind of merge the two worlds, satisfy the hardcore that's been with them from day one, allowing them to play their backwards compatible titles. But going forward, they're just going to be doing PC games. They're not going to be making games for, the console anymore. They're going to be making games straight for the PC, and of course, like the PlayStations and the Nintendo. And this is a way to kind of balance and not piss off all of the core gamers. Now, I've known some details about this for quite some time, and I've kind of put little excerpts in some of my videos about this, but I think today's video is appropriate to go into these details because there's a lot of Xbox gamers that are probably confused on what the future is for the Xbox brand and how the transition will go forward in the future, because I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it's just a PC, and a lot of console guys are turned off by PC. So I'm going to kind of show you how they're going to go about doing this. Now, this is also coming from Klobro, and this is over on X, and I'll leave a link in the description down below so you guys can check it out for yourself. And now he's reporting that Windows Central said the next generation of Xbox consoles will be curated gaming PC, that Xbox aims to feel like a traditional console. Online multiplayer paywall removed, Xbox console library native backwards compatibility, premium strong hardware, AI powered technologies like auto super resolution, and next gen frame generation. Now, from what I know from behind the scenes and from, just documentation that is out there, this is the direction that they're going to go. Now, I think they have to improve the Xbox app, because the Xbox app that is on the ROG Ally, it's not really a seamless experience. Like, you still know that you're in Windows. You're still getting like Windows prompts for updates. You still update things that you might not necessarily use because you just want to use this as a PC handheld for games. And they have to kind of clear that up. And I think the only way that they could truly do that is to have a dedicated Xbox OS that forgoes all of the other stuff in Windows, and that you have a dual boot option where you can boot into this Xbox app, which will give you the full screen experience. That will also give you, the PC experience that you would get on a handheld. I think that's the only way to get around this, so that Xbox gamers that don't want to have to deal with anything to do with Windows, they don't have to. Now, if they can do that, they might have a chance, and I can see this being appealing to some gamers. Now, do I think they're going to outsell the other consoles that are in the market? I don't think so, especially when we know the price tag is going to be high. Now, with all of the stuff that they're promising in this system, it's going to be, I think, $1,200 the minimum. But I'm hearing people quoting $1,500, and that just is outrageous for me. A $1,500, I don't care that it's a console hybrid gaming PC, is pretty expensive. At that point, you might as well just get a normal desktop PC. For $1,200, you can get a very good PC. So I don't know, man. We're going to have to wait and see. We're going to get more information. I do believe that we're going to hear more information on this next generation PC hybrid from Xbox before the end of the year. Now, for some of you that are wondering how are they going to be able to play backwards compatible titles, because this is just a PC, it's going to have a special chip in it. Now, AMD has confirmed that it will have a chip in there that allows them to have backwards compatibility. Now, that paired with the Xbox OS, they'll get around any type of licensing issues that they have because it's running its own OS. They don't have a license for Windows for all of these games that are backwards compatible. And that's how I believe they'll get around that. Now, let's go over to Tom's Hardware, and this is where we can find out the information on the backwards compatible chip from AMD that is going to be in the next generation Xbox hybrid PC. Now, the article says that Lisa Su also confirmed that these upcoming chips will be backwards compatible with older hardware and cross-compatible with various platforms, suggesting these chips will be x86 based. AI gaming technologies will also be supported, including AI-based upscaling, and that includes new models to accelerate the state of the art in rendering. Now, I'm just going to play the video a little bit here, and then I'll just wrap up this video.
AMD and Microsoft are advancing a bold shared vision for the future of gaming, one that enables seamless gameplay across any screen, placing gamers at the center of the experience anywhere. We're so excited to be deepening our relationship with Microsoft and build on the over 2 decades of partnership, innovation, and trust. From the earliest days of the Xbox 360 to the most advanced consoles such as the Xbox Series X and S, and the recently announced ROG Xbox Ally handhelds. Moving forward, AMD will go beyond building custom chips for Xbox consoles to designing a full roadmap of gaming-optimized chips combining the power of Ryzen and Radeon for consoles, handhelds, PCs, and the cloud. And we're doing it all with backwards compatibility, so gamers can access their favorite titles across platforms, delivering on a promise to both gamers and developers. Together, we are building a vibrant open ecosystem that delivers the next generation of graphics and immersive gameplay powered by AI that includes new foundational models to accelerate the state-of-the-art in rendering. From console to cloud to handheld, AMD and Microsoft are building the future of immersive gaming. We are so excited to be working with Microsoft to bring all of this tech to gamers everywhere.
So there you have it. So AMD going forward, they're going to probably integrate this Xbox backwards compatibility into their desktop PCs. And I think that's how we're probably going to get third-party Xbox hybrid PCs. Now, I'm not quite sure on that part of the roadmap, but that makes sense to me. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Now, sadly, the Xbox that we know is no longer. The days of exclusives with Xbox, it's over. You know, the days that we're so excited for Xbox hardware and that we're lining up till, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning to get that brand new Xbox console, those days are done. I truly believe we're only going to get those experiences with PlayStation and Nintendo going forward. Now, this Xbox hybrid PC, I think we might see third-party ones in 2026. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think about all of this. I want to know what you think about Xbox no longer having exclusives. What do you think this will do for the brand going forward? Are you going to buy the next generation hybrid PC? Do you think this is the end of the Xbox console, the end of an era? Let me know in the comment section down below. And like I promised, here is a snippet, or I'll put the whole thing up, of what I posted on X as we pay our respects to the Xbox console and, of course, the console wars.